Yes, in constant consumption of thought, cause mine's not enough. I want yours, so I open scope. Start with the skin, covers it, yo. Have I covered all the bases yet with my flow? Was I close? Was I that much so? So the index and the thumb you can hold. Why don't you wait for the part of the joke, the punchline, so you'll get KO'd, bro? It's a cake that would start the mold. That's a say it so if I would have seen, yo, until it would have sprained, though. Then I would have sprung. I would have the flower, the bulb, the open when the sun was closed. Close your eyes, back with rhyme, because you would have realized that this guy was here until kingdom come, a crown, a throne, and maybe not thorns, though. Maybe that's thornberry gone brown. When I said something I could have plucked and then squashed like a bug because it makes me sick of the thud. Why don't you just get in the thick of the what? When I would have said this and sprung, like I was a geyser and good when you sit till it's gone, because you would have said for bravado, if Saturn would have said, that was the saddest when it did, because then the fucking satellite would have spit back with the distance. A rap that I said that's most precious. That's why I said it like a tennis match when I want to get in the rap. It's a net that was bad, because then you would have felt it for a sec, but then you would have lost the transmission of it and the thought that it ever exists. That's a bad, that's a fucking vine that grows on some brick. Get inside of this facility, dog. Never wrong, because then I'm the faculty mode to scrub them flows until they gloss them off of them like this was some Paul Glossier. Why not? Because he's French, wasn't he, dog? This is the heritage of talk. That's why I said the hairy stuff that y'all wouldn't touch. It's the hair of the tarantula that comes, because then it would have come the finest of ones. The finest. I tried like a violin, I pluck it, be fucking string and then make up on the spot, but I just want to be mud for a sec, now I'm not. Yes, that's the knot with the K on the front. Bow. How many aliens took? Maybe I need to say some that I would, but if I did, then I would. So the NT can go fuck itself. In an empty room, a hole, or maybe it was crowded, like there's no room at all. Like how these pants and trousers gonna fall. Maybe y'all need to wash it till the eyelids were dark, and that was the stuff that I like in the most, because then I'm a liking to those. What would I with the most? Because that was a week on the top. Wicked flow was the shit I chose. Shit I chose. Second guess myself. Until the second piss, and I wouldn't have even done one or the other best, because then I would have ever off some of this off. Finish them off if you want, because then the pause would have lost, because all those opposed need to off the stuff off of something they chopped that was tough, because that was a car that needed job when it stopped. Yes, that's me with some more with these stones. I need to put some more of my itching zones so they know later on, because the hieroglyphics is something I did, bitch. Won't you get some of this glycerin so you can explode in your head with these flows that I had. East Mo was East Throw, and then that's a Mobius stick that I ever saw that would help of what was wet into the knot. Into the Nautilus head was nodding, bitch, and then that was the nodding head that the hammer was on bread. Because then I hammed the wall until I hammed my hand, and then I would have been hand in hand with rap in this park that was dark till I got marked and robbed, because then those are both hand in hand as well, because then that's the hand I talk when I did. Y'all pin up too bad in your head, so on I pant like a dog, I plan to rip you off. That's the plan at the end. That's the planner with the plan in it, bitch, so on I go to candidate then. With some more of this I can if I want, because then they do the can when you want. Maybe all y'all was cutting your wrists right now. I shouldn't say that out loud. I should just think it in head, but then what could I have said? Because I can't do both at the same time, no. No, I need to time those. I need to be more toe up with flow. Maybe I toe up the road because I toe up the loan. Like I'm putting in some artificial. That's the orchestra. Orchestra mixed with Astro Chuck. That's Astro Dog saying welcome back, Raj. Because then the garage door open if I want. Move talk, please. I'm trying to. But it's so hard for me. Maybe I just harbor talk because I got all them harbor's claws because they want to see the martyr show because then I bloody up martyr y'all because I are the dog because then there's honor what ones would have saw us walk. Maybe I said some salad with bread every time that I picked some selective bread that I would have said in the sentences I stick. Maybe y'all need to get more starch like those are potatoes from all of y'all because they loved it y'all with a nod and y'all as well because then they would have opted for more what I chose in flow because then that would have been y'all turning the stone like the glare of my toe was what Medusa had with the snake zone. It was a wig or extensions from B&I bits. It pays to know the guy that doesn't get paid with his rhyme because then I could pave a fucking line to where I didn't make it stick. Like I'm Scrooge McDuck, motherfucker. My lucky dime was stolen or lost, so never got because then I could lost of what I want because I'm a fucking lobster officer on a walk without a leash or collar because I ate them up. They shouldn't have made them out of beefsteak links, I thought. Yes. Lincoln low, me flow, and then all them lows were chains and domes delight because the dome in my nose like I, because then the I would have got a pin to me chest and cloth that I wore on my chest because then the best would have got expressed. When I go and reinvent the wheel to make it spin, yes. Why yes, of course. Why no, it flows. And no, my one in front because that would have sounded better, yo. But we can't go back and turn around this hourglass to make that sand fall opposite, dog. Because you're a fool with full flows because that's a filthy talk if I ever saw. When the circus though, it's on a circuit, bitch. Like it's electric, it's from a wall because then the delicate would have got no when I'd go and spit me flow that could break like a filigree ache on the flow. If you ain't holding it close to your heart or holding it close to your dome, but if you did it like so, you would have looked like a retard for show. Go butter knife the bowl like it's a biscuit that's warm and then it would melt inside of it for show. Like you could have been barred on the show and then I'm a shark on the crow to where your course would have been already posed. All of them limbs go in different parts of the world because they gotta go back and feed the families, bro, and the wife's getting cold. Warm her up under the club because that's a fucking blanket of thought if I ever saw because then the saw would have been spinning and it was sharp and it does the job of them jaws and more the teeth inside of the jaws of the shark because then that's the shark that was sick so that the city could have got a light again. Cause that's a fucking fiery inferno of flow from my head. That's the lava that spilled till it did. Why don't you spill it out for them? Why do I have to second guess this? No, it's the second transmission of the second life that he lives in. This is the realism, bitch. This is the realm that you in. Welcome to my world. It's TWA. Fuck you.
TWA.